Welcome to Workday HCM Supervisory Organizations. In this session, we'll define supervisory organizations and the different organization types. We will also explore key supervisory organization elements such as assignable roles, staffing models, and organization assignments and members. Let's begin with defining the supervisory organization. Supervisory organizations are the primary Workday HCM organizational structure as they group and track workers within hierarchical management structures. They contain the jobs and positions that you hire workers into, and you can define assignable roles to support each structure. In each supervisory organization, you can configure compensation, security, and business process workflows. Workday delivers the most common types of organizations that companies can modify to meet their business requirements. Let's explore the different types. A supervisory type is a functional organization that assigns a manager and support roles. Company types represent legal entities. This type of organization is required for Workday payroll. A pay group structure groups workers with similar payroll processing parameters and is also a requirement for Workday payroll. You can use cost centers for financial reporting to track revenue and expenses. Region structures reflect a geographic area of responsibility for a worker, but not a work location. You can use a location organization to assign locations and organizational roles. This type of structure allows for multiple relationships of locations to report on. Matrix organizations establish indirect manager relationships. And you can configure a custom organization to define grouping attributes for reporting purposes. Optionally, with this type of organization, you can define companies, cost centers, and regional hierarchies. You can create an unlimited number of each type of organization and combine them into hierarchy structures for reporting and business process routing. You can view your supervisory organization structure by searching for the org chart report or selecting the My Team icon on your worker profile. You can also search for and view any supervisory organization with data organized into the following tabs. The Members tab lists all workers either hired or contracted in the supervisory organization. The Details tab displays the organization type, any associated subtypes, and defines the organization hierarchy, including subordinate organizations. The Roles tab lists all assignable roles and specifies the worker responsible for each role. The Security Groups tab provides additional details about assignable roles and the security groups with access to each assignable role. The Organization Assignments tab identifies other organization types important to the supervisory organization. And the Additional Data tab tracks the information in custom fields that Workday doesn't track, such as annual on-demand compensation budget. This tab only displays if your organization uses additional data. Now, let's discuss the elements that a supervisory organization requires. All supervisory organizations have assignable roles, which are your responsibilities within the organization. Assignable roles manage the security permissions of tasks, access to workers, and business process involvement. Assignable roles can either be inherited, specifically assigned, or assigned by default. Role assignments and their associated security groups are critical for business process routing and notifications. For example, the Information Technology Supervisory Organization has two subordinate supervisory organizations: IT Operations and IT Services. IT Operations and IT Services might inherit their assignable roles, like compensation partner or HR partner, from their superior organization, Information Technology. However, some roles are specifically assigned, like the IT Operations Manager, Austin Gibson, and the IT Services Manager, Ian Reiner. Another key element of supervisory organizations is staffing models. Every supervisory organization in Workday must have a staffing model, of which there are 2 types. The position management staffing model gives you the most control over staffing. In this model, you create positions until the position is filled. And the job management staffing model provides the most speed and flexibility. In this model, you establish hiring restrictions that apply to all workers in the supervisory organization, and there's no limit to the number of available jobs. Each model defines the level of control on staffing, how you set hiring restrictions, how workers move within and between supervisory organizations, and reportable data. Although Workday restricts one staffing model per supervisory organization, you can use different staffing models within a single supervisory organization hierarchy, providing more flexibility in hiring. Organization assignments identify other organization types to use as defaults during staffing changes. Setting these defaults allow workers who join a supervisory organization to automatically become a member of the other organization types, such as companies and cost centers. For example, you hire Brian Sullivan into the HR Operations Department supervisory organization. By joining the supervisory organization, Brian inherits membership to the following organizations. You can set default organization assignments for each supervisory organization or for an individual position. You can use the Change Organization Assignments task to change organization assignments for one or more workers in a supervisory organization. Now, let's discuss the members of a supervisory organization. Members are the workers currently hired or contracted into the supervisory organization. These members can be employees or contingent workers. It's important to understand how a member's role and security access controls how much personal data members can view of other members. While data like compensation, benefits, personal data, and more are available for individual workers to view and edit themselves, other members may have reduced or minimal access. A manager may be able to view a subordinate's compensation components, like regular pay, incentives, and benefit amounts, but can't view personal data. A worker's peers may only be able to view that same worker's basic data. In this session, we've defined what a supervisory organization is, different organization types, and the essential elements of supervisory organizations. Thank you for taking the time to learn with Workday.